So, 2023 is over, and I'm going to take a look back at how the year fared for gaming. First to Nintendo. This year we saw the release of the hotly anticipated sequel to Zelda Breath of the Wild, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Did it live up to the hype? Yes and no. I think initially people were pretty hyped on the game, and yes, it was great, but it was also very similar in a lot of ways to the original game. That sense of discovery we had in Breath of the Wild, it was never going to be the same in Tears. Towards the back end of the year, we also got a new Super Mario Bros. Title, Wonder. Now, please do not slap me around too hard in the comments, but I was kinda over Super Mario Bros. At the Wii stage. Why? I've no idea. I absolutely loved Super Mario Bros. DS, but when it came to the home console games like Wii and Wii U, they just lost me. Personally, I probably preferred to see a new Galaxy or even a Sunshine, but don't get me wrong, I've not heard a bad review for it, and that's what counts. When it comes to the next-gen systems, i.e. the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, I'm no expert, but I can give you my 10 cents. Over the last year, they've both continued to try and establish themselves as the next-gen console of choice. It's no secret that the PS5 is currently winning that race. For me, both systems would be wise to invest in exclusive titles, whether that be something like Metal Gear Solid or Halo. At the end of the day, that's where these systems cut their teeth. In terms of the current lineup, I feel that there's quite the emphasis on online multiplayer, which, while fun, should be secondary to a solid campaign or local multiplayer. But that is just a humble gamer's opinion. Now, let's take a look at some of the next-gen titles that have cropped up this year. First out of the gate, we have the Resident Evil 4 remake. Now, Resident Evil have made a bit of a habit of releasing remakes, but literally no one is complaining because they absolutely slap. I had the chance to play RE4 Remake the other night, and it's everything it should be. Visually stunning, with that heart-pounding survival horror gameplay that RE have made their name on. Another big release this year was Hogwarts Legacy. I've not played it as I'm not a HP fan, but to me, it looks like GTA in the Potter world. If that sounds like your thing, we'll jump into Legacy. Now let's take a cheeky look at the new games that I've personally been buying and playing on my Switch. We've got Parodius, which is a boomer shooter that I absolutely love. We've got Quake 2 that I downloaded from the eShop, again an FPS game. This time it's a remaster of an old PC game, and as with the original Quake remaster, it's absolutely class. Little Nightmares is a game that I was gifted from a couple of my chums, and I'm really enjoying that one. It's a really good dark puzzle game with some nice strategy, some really cool graphics. I definitely recommend a play. And then Final Fantasy VII, I'm only a tiny way into it, but I am enjoying it, although there's certain things about it that I do find really irritating. But I think that's more to do with RPGs in general. Hopefully, by the time I finish the game, I'll kind of understand the genre that little bit better. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, the retro. Yes, I've made some additions this year. I do every year. Any given weekend, you could have found me at a car boot in South Wales, sourcing games for my collection. My top 3 game finds from the car boots this year were a sealed copy of Mario Super Circuit, Ape Escape 3, and Resident Evil Dead Aim. It's difficult to say exactly what I paid for these, as I got them all in bundles, but it's safe to assume that I actually paid very little. I also buy a lot of games on eBay, and I'd say my top 3 games from this year would be Midtown Madness PC Big Box. I picked that up for £20, which is an absolute steal. Time Crisis with the gun in the box. It's difficult to say how much I paid for that, because I already had the game and gun, so I essentially just bought it for £35 for the box, and then sold the gun and the game on, so it worked out at whatever it worked out at. And last but not least, I bought Resident Evil Director's Cut in mint condition for £40. Now I already had this game, so it's basically a condition upgrade, but I got all my money back on selling my original copy, and I got to upgrade to this mint copy of RE Director's Cut. This year was also the year when I found God. Nah, I'm only joking, it's the year when I found CEX. So prior to this year, I never really saw the point of trading into CEX, but then this year I saw the light, so there are instances where it's better to trade in than sell online. Sometimes things can be quite slow to sell online, and also if you have a damaged item, it obviously loses value, but at CEX, they take games without manuals, they take damaged cases, and they wouldn't give you any less credit for it. I haven't spent all my CEX vouchers this year, in fact far from it, but if I were to pick my top 3 purchases, I'd go with Reservoir Dogs for £4, GTA Liberty City Stories for £4, and Jade Cocoon for £12. What do I not love about CEX? Personally, well, I don't like the fact that the discs aren't on the shelves. It's not like somebody's gonna come in and rob a £1.50 game. Well, they might do, but surely security is the answer, like any other shop. Hi, can I get a look at the disc for this, please? Of course you can, my guy. Thanks, buddy, but I'm gonna leave that. Oh, that's no worries. I can throw that through the cleaner for you. I'm sorry, but when it comes to PS2, I don't accept less than mint. It's like a £2 game. And now, a word from my 2 gaming partners, Bet and Professor Zed.
Thanks, Hatch. Merry Christmas to everyone. My gaming highlight of 2023 was the release of Resident Evil 4 Remake, which is no surprise to anyone, which was back in March. Bit disappointed at the time because they, for some reason, included it on PS4, but didn't include it on Xbox One, which was my console at the time. But I didn't let that stop me, and I still bought it on Xbox Series X with the sort of foresight that one day I might be able to afford an Xbox Series X. And within the last week, I'm happy to say that I did get the money together and I've bought one and I've started it and I'm having a great time on it. So my highlight is Res 4, Xbox. I got the Steelbook because it's one of my all-time favorite games and I thought the remaster looked class. And then ended up shelling out on the Xbox Series X, which I know a lot of people sort of prefer the PS5, to name a few, but I'm just an Xbox person, and there we are, and I bought it, and I'm chuffed with it. Because of course with Xbox, you can do one thing that a PS5 can't do, and that is power your dreams.
My gaming highlight of the year is about my PlayStation 5 that I got for June, my birthday. I got 5 games. Maneater, Spider-Man Remastered, Fortnite and Fall Guys. Oh yeah, God of War also. That's my gaming highlight of the year. And my PlayStation 5. PlayStation 5 has one thing that Xbox can't do. Play like never before. Merry Christmas! You're cringe.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, so I think that's it anyway. There's probably loads of stuff I've missed, but the amount of research that I do is generally the amount of research I do for everything I do, and that isn't much. Thanks so much for watching, and a big thanks to anyone who supported the channel this year. If you want to see me go big, you know what to do. Have a great 2024, guys. It's out from me. Peace.